Hello, welcome again to the Daily Sporran, and today I'm going to do a song called Jacob's Tales, the second song on the Zealot Gene album from 2022. A brief, acoustic, simple song. I'll try and be faithful to those characteristics in my version, but without the harmonica, sadly, which Ian Anderson dusted off to play on this song. And I'll say a few things about it at the end, but I'll try and keep those brief too, uncharacteristically. Hope you enjoy it. Wish me luck. Who cares about the family silver that glints in dusty halls, lined with badly painted landscapes on badly painted walls? Who cares for family favorites dangling from the family tree? That Auntie Mabel loved you more than me. We're not old fools of competition, Jacob's tales or superstition, but siblings born in equal grace, seated at set table place. Same old chances, toss of dice, evil eyes look twice as nice. Blood runs thicker, blood runs cold, sees a legacy before it's sold. Who cares if I am comfortable in leafy rural lane, while you're tied to drudgery, left staring at the rain that washes out your young ambition, hung out, left to dry, and wither on the washing line, washed out butterfly. We're not old fools of competition, Jacob's tales or superstition, but siblings born in equal grace, seated at set table place. Same old chances, toss of dice, evil eyes look twice as nice. Blood runs thicker, blood runs cold, sees legacy before it's sold. Well, a song which, like all the other songs on Zealot Gene, is very loosely inspired by a passage in the Bible. This is from Genesis 25, the well-known story of Jacob and his brother Esau, and how Jacob basically diddles his brother out of his inheritance, his birthright, in a mean-spirited, blackmailing display. And it's really a song that's a plea for siblings to get on with each other, to remember how much they share, and forget about the traditional diversions of jealousy and competition and animosity and seeking the favor of relatives over the other brother or sister. And so it's quite a warm, open, generous-hearted song, really. A plea for love and camaraderie between siblings. Unusual for Ian Anderson to have that sort of generosity of spirit in his lyrics. Anyway, a few musical things that are interesting about this song. The opening riff. That's a very familiar device in rock music, an acoustic guitar, in acoustic guitar sections of rock music. It's just the D chord, D-shaped chord, moved up to the fourth, which in this case is from the E to the A, but keeping the E in the bass. And you can do it with all the main chord shapes if you're a guitarist. You can do the A chord, or the E chord. This is just Ian Anderson. Ian Anderson doesn't do that very much, but you hear it in, for example, that's a very Roger Hodgson thing to do in Supertramp. Think of a song like Sister Moonshine from the Crisis What Crisis album. That opens with a very similar device. And you hear it a lot in West Coast American music as well. So it's an unusual thing for Ian Anderson to do. And mostly this song is strummed, which Ian Anderson tends not to do in his sort of peak acoustic guitar period. There's lots of picking going on as well as the chords, but here it's pretty much just a few chords which he strums very straightforwardly. But the opening line has something which Ian Anderson uses quite a lot in his songwriting career: diminished fifths. Now that's an F natural in a B chord. Shouldn't fit. It's one semitone but beneath what it should be in inverted commas, which is this. See, that sounds right, that fits, but that doesn't. And diminished fifths are used to suggest a jarring or maybe a surreal element. Sort of Kurt Weill uses them quite a lot in Brecht and Weill's compositions. And Ian Anderson himself uses it to great effect on many an occasion. In fact, just the other day I was talking in one of my videos about driving song. There's a diminished fifth. The most famous diminished fifth that Ian Anderson uses is this. That's the diminished fifth. D sharp and an A chord. People, what have you done, right? It's a kind of quizzical way of matching the music to the lyrics. On Passion Play, you have lots of diminished fifths knocking around. That's a diminished fifth. Overhang, a song that I love. Not many people love it, but I do. A song that was rejected from Broadsword. Nobody can answer me. C sharp and a G chord. Lovely effective use of a diminished fifth. So they're knocking around quite a lot in all sorts of eras of Ian Anderson's compositions. Last point about this song. This song, weirdly, don't think I've gone crazy, reminds me of Jeffrey Goes to Leicester Square. And I'll tell you why, because it serves the same function in the album on Stand Up that Jeffrey Goes to Leicester Square serves. This song serves the same sort of function on Zealot Gene. You have an opening rock song, Mrs. Tibbetts on Zealot Gene, New Day Yesterday on Stand Up. And then you have this brief, folky interlude song, just 2 and a bit minutes long, which kind of is simple and just stylistically opens up the rest of the album to all the different kind of musical directions that it goes in. And the end of this song reminds me very much of the end of Jeffrey Goes to Leicester Square, and I think it's mostly for that functional reason rather than the song itself being similar. Anyway, enough of that. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy this lovely day. It's a beautiful day here anyway. See you soon.